It's coming! Sholmes's cry pierced through the thick wall of fog around us. Wisps of vapor flowed over the pistol as I cocked it, and I waited, breathlessly, in the stillness. The silence lasted for what seemed an eternity, until, at last, it appeared. From the shadows of the cloud, an enormous beast sprang out upon us. A hound it was, but not such a hound as any mortal has ever seen. Its eyes glowed with a smoldering glare. The whole of its ox-sized body was outlined in white-hot flames. Its rumbling pant and hideous howl, so terrified was I that I began to tremble with fear. "Look well, Wilson," Sholmes declared, gazing upon the mystical beast. "For this is the diabolical hound of the Baskervilles."
Our first 2 months in London passed by in a flash. In that disconcerting courtroom experience, we were first thrown to the day we arrived in that country, and to such extent terrible ordeal that had to follow closely behind. We had emerged victorious. However, there came an abrupt end to our opportunities to appear in the court. There then came an abrupt end to— yeah, I said that right. Which was hardly surprising, of course, since I was nothing more than an amateur, an unknown student of law from faraway land. Life in our little office was very quiet. That is, until it was shattered one day by the faithful telegram. Alright, now we're in April, baby. Let's go. Naruto's legal constitutionality. Okay. I expect time to pass. Maybe. I was woken by the unreserved knocking on the door of that telegram body. After he'd gone, Sasato-san's behavior became very obviously strange. Sasato? Yes? It's time to leave the court already? Is it time to— yep, I said that, I heard that right. Let me see. What case is it today? I don't think I'm scheduled to defend anyone at the moment, am I? Oh, no, of course not. How's to leave me? I think Iris said she should make us breakfast this morning. So we should go down to Mr. Sholmes' suite? Yes. Iris makes the most delicious breakfast food. She does, doesn't she? And once our lilies are full, we can leave for court in the fitting fight room. Let me see. What case is it today? Here we go again. So, what is it about? The telegram that was delivered this morning, I mean. Oh, a telegram? I don't know what you're talking about. Sorry, but you're not going to get away with that. Well, I didn't think I would. Actually, I'll give a moment's thought. It's nothing. Nothing interesting. Boring, in fact. Ahem. I was just boring old telegram. That's 3 times now that she's tried and failed to convince me it's nothing. I promise that I'll tell you about it at some point. Alright, I understand. No, I don't. I suppose that Sasaki will arrive back in Japan, won't he now? Yes, I should think so. He left immediately after the terrible ordeal. Which would mean that he should have completed the voyage already, or just be a few days away. Well, I guess we do have to say that since, I mean, well... what was I going to say? Yeah. Time just skipped 2 months for us. Now a fortnight ago, not the game. We had a very long telegram for him. Do you remember? Complaining of seasickness. But, by and large, it would seem that the voyage has been going well. Is something wrong, Naruto? I was just wondering. What might have become of Sasaki as he stayed in London, that's all. You mean, as regards for Lord Van Zykes? The Reaper? Yes, I can't help wondering if seasickness will have played out his significance in this case. The Reaper! What is it they say? That no one stands in the dock can be saved from the Reaper, right? Like the way that nightmarish trial ended on the very day we arrived in London. Even 2 months on, the cause of that dreadful fire is still a mystery. Yes, but at least Saseki is safely out in the country now. Presumably that means that the curse of the Reaper can only take effect within the confines of the city of London, perhaps? If that's the case, it's a little comfort. I have a terrible sense of foreboding that he's not alive. If the legend of the Reaper is to be believed, it would mean that he wields the swords of justice himself. Come think of it, I wonder if that he's been up to these past 2 months. Surely, not wielding that sword against more than acquitted defendants. No, I don't think so. I don't think the fire was caused by Van Zykes. Lord Van Zykes hasn't appeared once since our last encounter. Oh? Yes, since the Saseki-sen's trial, he's withdrawn from the judicial service again, it seems. Really? Like before. When he wasn't seen to be in court and all for several years. So, it's just been me who's had to face him in these recent spate of trials then, huh? Just my luck. And just his luck too, when you think about it, because that means he hasn't won one. I wonder if luck doesn't come into it. Sorry? What was that? Oh, nothing. Never mind. Is there anything really to do here? As the tea said that Sasato brought with her from Japan. Let's hope she had the nose to be slipping sugar and milk in no cup. Yeah. Tea is a trick to be enjoyed. No. You really don't have to force yourself to drink it. I don't like to see you screw up your face, so. I really think this is just frivolous evidence, but I'm just curious. Yeah, okay. Yeah, this is Sholmes sweet, isn't it? I really love the name Herlock Sholmes. It just shows he's just a parody. Oh, wrong button. Jeez, each time I press R, it just gets into the court record, doesn't it? Too bad it ain't gonna be useful. I've investigated thoroughly, but I can't find anything out of place. I wonder what I can find here. Ah, this must be the telegram. Let's see. Ah! No! You mustn't look at that! It's not any circumstances. Why do you want so private? It can be very mischievous at times. Then put the telegram away! I agree with that. Oh, look at that. A fish tank. We're rather lucky to find that old aquarium left behind there. Prawns. It actually is a fish tank. It's a wonderful invention, isn't it? The sea, behind glass, inside your room. You just have to feed it. Yeah, there is a catch. Don't get too excited. Having a pet is responsibility. No, I've never seen inside the room there. Never even peeked inside. He hasn't been there once since. I'm not gonna think about it. We can actually present this. Like this will be actually useful. Oh. Yeah, we're going to have to reminisce that again, won't we? Yeah, an accident caused him to break his neck and such. Yeah, it's a good thing. Let's just present this! It means a great deal to me, you know. That you cherish this armband so, and wear it each time you appear in court. Yeah. Okay. I was just curious. Oh. Okay, you actually can get a little fancy-pantsy. Alright, let's go to Sholmes' suite. The legend himself. okay, the tea's brewed. I can't speak in Iris's voice. I can't speak like a young girl. Morning, Bruno. Morning, Susie. It's Herlock playing the violin. Iris? What is it, Bruno? What is that terrible noise? It sounds like a cat being I was actually like, that's funny. I was like, well, okay, that is not hitting the mark. I was like, that's probably Herlock. I remember Sherlock playing the guitar, the violin, and Herlock shouldn't be any different, stating that he's based off Sherlock Holmes. Herlock isn't in his best form today, it seems. He's bored, isn't he? I know it. Hello. Hello, Mr. Sholmes. Good morning. Good morning today, perhaps. Has something happened, Mr. Sholmes? You look miserable, and the way you were playing the violin before. My analytical mind is dead. Music is dead. The world is dead. Damn the balanced existence! Yeah, that's all it is, my dear fellow. Nothing of consequences. He's clearly bored. I'm afraid I don't understand. Well, Iris, isn't it time we ate? Some dry toast and insipid coffee for me. If it's not too much trouble. Oh look, it's White Guy. Good morning, boy. That must be some sort of tiny door for cats use. How'd to get in there? Well then, everyone, it's time for breakfast. Oh, wonderful. Let me help you, Iris. It would indeed be a fine day to die. I knew something looked different. Something's missing from Mr. Sholmes' desk. Come think of it, I haven't seen Iris doing much writing recently, but there's paper already set up in their typewriter, look. Okay, she definitely has a cute cabin. That reminds me, when I mentioned that Iris was in the process of writing a full-fledged novel, Mr. Natsume was most impressed. Yeah, Mr. Natsume. That'll be what I'll be doing too, once I'm back in Japan, he said. Ha 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 ha. If he's back in Japan. Oh look, pills! That's a charming little white shop, and full of charming little balls too. But the contents of them aren't quite so charming, it seems. Nice in the future, Mr. Naruto. I'm saving my money so I can buy some chemistry apparatus as well. Law, chemistry, takedown throws. What diverse skills you boast, Mr. Sato. I suppose they are. I'm not sure that my throwing skills are worthy of inclusion of the list. I can laugh in rhythm now. There's where Iris notes down ideas, isn't it? The Boscom Valley Mystery. Oh, how intriguing. It must be the title of Iris's latest work. Oh my. I wonder if it's a fantastic tale waits. Yeah. Probably. Ryunosuke is probably right. They are memento of Mr. Sholmes' past cases, I think. They've been involved in my case. Yeah. He'll be from beefsteak from the Carnival. I wonder if he's down because John Watson's dead. What an interesting collection. Of course, that's right, he must be missing John Watson. That's why it's the perfect time. That's why he wants the world. That's why he feels like the world is dead. I'm probably a long shot off, since his daughter basically carries him. I've investigated thoroughly, but can't find anything out of place. Okay, the couch ain't sus. Looks like the huge metal chest is being used at the table. seem very sturdy. Yeah, you mustn't go around opening things. I always keep an eye on you, don't I? You're very mischievous. How did you come to do that conclusion? Yeah, okay. Oh, Wagai. Natsumi's cat seems to be settled into his new home then. Oh yes, and I've been welcomed very attached to the little Waggy. It would appear his previous owner is completely forgotten to him. Cats are unfeeling creatures. Their mews are empty as the hearts of muses. Mr. Natsume had no intention of taking Waggy back to Japan. I wonder why he kept him on in the first place. Maybe it has something to do with no pets allowed? I expect he would have taken him if he could. But parrots are strictly forbidden aboard steamships in our experience. And for good reason. Terrible things can happen if the rules of the patches are not obeyed. Like you can lose someone dear to you. He really is. Oh yes. His meowing is cute. I hope he doesn't scratch. I remember seeing that tiny thing in the main door before. Where did that come from? Oh, you noticed? You're observant, Reno. I use this. That's my latest invention. Oh, it's actually mechanized. Okay, it's not a regular doggy door. What is that? I call it the cat flipamet. Oh gosh, a miracle for making doors just for cats? That's right, it can be made for cat flaps in just a furry friend like a wagging seconds. And I can do it in any door at all, no matter what it's made of. It's very powerful, you see. Okay, it's actually a dog door. It's actually a cat door spawner. Okay. What would making it make the cat flap rather than just making a machine that make the cat flap? Well, yes, maybe. But now I can make cat flaps wherever I like. Oh, I think it's wonderful. Actually, yeah, it is. It might be a little illogical, but it's still pretty cool. She really knows how to come up with unconventional inventions, this girl. Hehehe. Nah, that did not sound like her at all. A shoe and a mirror. The fire's burning comfortably in the grate again today. It's very different. Yeah, okay. Look at this. Look at the photographic print. Could it be? Yes, it must be. Who's the woman? It's the woman. Who's this woman supposed to be? Gear, clink, clank, ling, 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 ding. Acolytes, I think. Oh, that is a good one. I haven't identified the milliner responsible. Victim's hat in episode 3 of the Great Ace Attorney's Chronicles. The woman. Bruh! No, we don't never get to find out. Okay, it's clear that Mr. Natsume gets to live. Same as Herlock. The Herlockian. Oh great, someone actually gets my name. And his art to buy is Gregson. No! Okay, some of these I'm gonna have to test later on. Okay, let's continue with the game. There's all sorts of on these shelves. Chemistry apparatus, books, papers, and Lots of things I've never seen before. It's all heaped up so high, I can't help feeling that the whole lot's going to topple any moment. Oh, yeah. You're so excited, Susato. I'm so proud of you. I'm not sure if she liked that response or not. Look at Mr. Sholmes' desk. It's completely clear. Isn't that enormous machine usually on it? We can never hope to understand what goes on in the great detective's mind, Mr. Naruhodo. Why, next time we're invited, we may find he's vacated the entire suit. Yeah, that would be. He actually would take the effort to do that. Okay, pills, we checked all that. Wanting to die! You seem to be very wanting to die. What's happened? It's used to be the case. In my hands. This violin sung like a dawn chorus, and malice and tunes would make the flowers bloom. It would? But now, the muses are amused with me. The gods of music have thrown me over. Whatever do you mean, Mr. Sholmes? For hours I have bowed, for days even, through the night I have endeavored. No avail. That sound, to my tone, is lost. That brilliant, clear, unwavering tone. Gone forever! More eloquence of a brittle emotion! Well, you haven't been practicing much lately, have you, Hurley? Don't worry, I'm sure it will come back to you in time. Heed my words, Mr. Naruhodo. The goddesses of the arts are fickle. One day they bestow genius on man, the next day unmercifully withdraw it. Oh, dear. Why is this happening to me? If they take the turn I have for the violin for pity's sake, what is left? Deduction perhaps? Isn't that what you're known for? No. Okay, what is the missing machine? Mr. Sholmes, I don't like to cry, but... your desk looks rather empty today. Well done, Mrs. Sato. Your observation skills do credit. Oh no, Mr. Sholmes. They pale into the existence. Yeah. You struggle not to notice, wouldn't you? You mean Hurley's great analytoscope? That's at Winbanks now. Sorry, it's at Windibanks? No, Windibanks, the pawnbrokery. Pawn what? You mean you pawned that enormous machine of yours? It has some considerable value, you see. Quite undeservingly. But isn't it a very important machine for your work? I do wish that you had consulted us. If your situation has become so desperate, you should have gladly passed what low income I have to you. Dear madam, things are far from desperate. But the pawnbroker has your wonderful machine! How can you be anything but desperate? Making use of a pawnbrokery is quite ordinary here in London, I assure you. It is? Doesn't sound ordinary at all. It would seem that neither of you fully understand how pawnbroking works. Oh, what's to understand exactly? What did you mean when you said we didn't fully understand how pawnbroking works? To the people of London, pawnbrokeries are akin to banks. Banks? On Mondays, merchants relinquish their finest jackets and tear up things to their pawnbrokers of choice. With the money they receive from return, they are able to trade happen through the week. And then on Saturdays, they go recover the things they use for money that they've earned. I have no idea this has been a fascinating lesson for us. Everyone does it, you see, especially people in inner London. And sure they have no money to spare, they would purchase another fine jacket. Not to wear, obviously, but to pawn, should the need arise. Oh, how ingenious. So whenever they have something getting in the way, they have to Windibanks, you see. A pawnbrokery can be thought as an extremely secure vault. Who would have thought even pawnbrokers are different here in Great Britain? Of course, you have to watch Hurley with it. Sometimes he pawns things he really shouldn't. Don't you, Hurley? What does it matter? The world is dead to me now. Ah! Oh, that was a cat. What was that? Why, guy? Well, he went big wreck. What was that? Oh no! My guy's tangled up in their violin! I think he's just I think he's taking a toy. No! What's he doing to it? Oh dear. Mr. Sholmes' precious violin. Why should I care? What? I shouldn't be surprised. If the cat is a more accomplished musician than I now. Mr. Sholmes really is in a poor spirits, isn't he? He's the best character. I can't read it's possible. Maybe we should assess the damage. I think you should. Why should you care about this? You lure me to raise my languid head with the promise of something manipulation. Yet in my morbid depression, I am confronted with the most mundane of problems. Oh. My mind finds greater stimulation in the unforgiving monotony of the floor than your miserable offering. Worth. There's a violin, and it's strung a string. And it's a Stradivarus, one of the finest violins in the world, made by the renowned Italian luthier Antonio Stradivari. Oh, I see. It doesn't really look like anything special to me. I had happened upon it covered in dust, languishing it in a pawn shop down at Monmouth Bank Alley. It brokery. I had no idea of its value, so I was able to, I was purchased it for a mere 55 shillings. How honorable of you. Until today, it's been a fistful and convenient in every great inspired performance I have made. I ask you, is there a reason to live in a world devoid of music? To tolerate this blanched existence? No! There's none. Mr. Sholmes? What, my dear madam? What? My thoughts are preoccupied with the fancy release from your dull routine. Well, it's about the violin. It looks very different than to normal, wouldn't you think? Huh? Yes, that's probably because you can't strong on it. Oh, Susie's right. Yes. Well, the tone of wood is completely different. That's not all. I'm sure that there was no crack there before. Oh! It's not even the right size, is it? What is this? I'm terribly sorry to have to tell you this, Mr. Sholmes, but that instrument isn't a violin at all. Then what? I believe it's an entirely different instrument, called a viola. Oh, I thought it was a guitar. What? What? Mr. Sholmes, are you alright? You're right. You're quite right. This isn't my faithful Stradivarus. So what? What, pray? It's this piece of string to flotsam! Not your faithful performing partner, then. No kidding, he was playing horribly. I see what must have happened. You do, Iris. It is just a simple mix-up. It sounds like Iris might have been able to tell us exactly what happened if we ask her. Alright, that's why he's not feeling it. He ain't keeping the beat. What do you mean by mix-up, Iris? Well, you see, this violin... Sorry, this viola, I mean... was at the wind base until last week. At the pawnbroker's. Oh, Mr. Sholmes, a lot of musical partner. There's proof proverb from the East, which you're no doubt familiar with, my dear fellows. Always let a beloved child travel. Yes, indeed. You sent your beloved violin to the pawnbrokers in hope that it would experience personal growth? Oh, what wonderful idea! Last week, I pawned the great analytoscope in order to release my precious instrument. But it would appear that Mr. Windbank mistakenly furnished me with the pottery fill instead. Minds cannot be deceived without tambour of the timber. No, but your every sense was deceived by the fact. Yeah. Pshaw, it's a fine state of affairs, this. That's why I have to say this to Naruhodo. Never trust a pawnbroker. They will fiddle you every time. Then why'd you trust them? Come, Mr. Naruhodo. Dilly-dallying will not get you anywhere. Sorry? Crunching your toast with that vacant aspect, brewing your coffee so absolutely. Are you not even embarrassed by your own conduct? Considering the urgency which you are faced? We must visit Mr. Windbreak's broker at once, isn't that right, Mr. Sholmes? Precisely, Mr. Sato. Without a moment's delay. I haven't finished my bacon and eggs! My dear fellow, surely you don't sit. Oh, indeed. To crunch your bacon with an increasingly vacant aspect? To fresh your egg even more absolutely? Alright, I say no more. Let's go then. No, not very worried now. I'll be happy to heat up for you again later. Oh, thank you, Iris. Let's go to Baker Street. Look at all the different things in the window of the shop. That's Windibank's, the pawnbrokery. Yeah, it definitely does. It looks fancy, I must admit. I find pawnshop rather home and approachable, honestly. It reminds me of tearfully parting with my favorite fountain pen. I feel so miserable. Yeah. I think I first heard pawnshop in a movie called Swindler. I think it was like a Nickelodeon exclusive movie, I believe. I'm not sure. It's not really popular, so not a lot of people probably know about that. But I remember it's something like that. Alright. Oh, it's 221B Baker Street. It's already 2 months since we started taking lodgings here with Mr. Sholmes' office. I can't quite believe it. I never expected things would turn out like this. Oh, I know. To actually be sharing the accommodation with the world's greatest detective. I find it... Yeah, it's very honored. I don't know what you're talking about. But I'd be happy to defend you, of course. There's definitely There's definitely messy, I admit. This is a British pawnbrokery. Oh my, there's all sorts of tools and contraptions. Ah, Sato. That spark of wonder in your eyes. You can't wait to... Yeah, okay. I get the impression you enjoy places like this. Oh yes, I don't know why, but seeing as... You're really happy, aren't you? My dear fellows, let's not forget why we're here. Oh, Mr. Sholmes, you're back in your outfit again. You're calling on the matters of business, not pleasure. The Sholmes means business too, judging by the spark of fury in his eyes. Ah, Mr. Sholmes, sir, welcome back. Did you hear that brazen welcome? Well, yes, we are pawn customers after all. We're disgruntled customers, Mr. Naruhodo. It's time to inform Mr. Windbreak of our hire. Come, the fight is afoot. I will press you now! I need to show you my wristband! Mr. Windbank, about this. Let me see. I'll give you your 10 penance for it. No, I don't want it upon it. worth it! Naturally, you will recall this, which I retrieved from you some days ago. Yes? And the second-rate fiddle is not my faithful instrument, Mr. Windibank. The color of the wood is different. There's holes in it. It's not even the same size. A wonderful summary of our observations, Mr. Sholmes. I'm so very sorry, sir. How utterly unforgivable of me. How inexcusable mistake for a pawnbroker. There's only one way to make amends. I shall take my own life. I don't think that will be necessary, do you? If I may just say one more thing before I pop off. Ah, yes? It was you, sir, Mr. Sholmes, who took it upon himself to remove this arm the other day, I believe. Sorry? If I recall, I entered the storeroom to fetch your violin when I heard, ah, here it is. You did? And when I turned to the convert you had taken the violin and left, sir. However, there can be more doubt that the blame lies firmly at my own floor for allowing you to leave. So I shall not grumble and grouse any longer. May this guilt die with me. No, stop, my dear fellow. The fault is mine. Nah, I can't believe it's early meeting him, and he's already put a gun to his head. It would appear that the fight is over. I do humbly apologize, Mr. Windibank. Evidently, my questionable disposition perpetrated this tragedy. Well, you wouldn't believe me. Herlock Sholmes without that questionable disposition now, would you? Haha, I do believe you may be right, sir. Ha 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 ha. It's either laugh or cry, I suppose. You are, it must be said, one of my more challenging customers. I need to remind you of my killer collection of... Yeah, okay. Oh, peculiar items. An extreme, ma'am. For example, the unpublished manuscript of the eponymous work. The novels of Sherlock Sholmes or some such. Oh my, a new fully fledged novel? And unpublished? A story I have yet to read, you mean? Ah, forgive me! Wait, before you die, you must tell me more! I must know more. Tell me everything. Wow, this officer is really fired up now. Is it really an unpublished story? On this very roof? Well, one day the gentleman brought here in an old metal chest, you see. I should like to entrust this into your care for a while, Mr. Windibank. For a chest like that, 1 shilling, sir. Not a farthing more. It has something of a great value indeed. For the latest manuscript, recounting the adventures of one Mr. Herlock Sholmes. I beg your pardon, a manuscript? You wish to deposit a manuscript? Indeed I do, for I am confident it will be quite safe here. And with that, as such, Mr. Sholmes' latest tale of the otherworldly mystery lies dormant in my storeroom. Mr. Sholmes, is that really true? Do I sense that something Dollar wants to talk about this? I continue to pay your fee, do I not? Until I continue to store belongings, securely. Of course, sir. Of course. They're safe around with me, I assure you. On my life, this is all very strange. He doesn't hesitate to put that gun up at his head. Ah, gentleman from the east, I see. Yes, that stable suit. I suppose I could offer a few 6pence for it. Without wishing to offend, the tone is somewhat dull. Aha, but if you splendid attire, ma'am, 5 guineas, no less. The colors are exquisite. The design exotic. Eastern Irish shade is the finest, I may say. Oh my, 5 guineas, you say? How interesting. I now need to convert. Continue the autoplay. How many guildings are in a shilling? Alright, 21 shillings. Okay. So it's not by the exponential thousands, but it's still a bloody lot. Actually, I was hoping to ask you about your business. I heard it was said that pawnbrokers are used for other like banks in here in London. Many customers utilize the establishment as you describe. I appraise their items and offer them for a professional loan and 2 months of secure storage. and that in time, they repay the original sum to me plus the agreed interest. The items are happily returned. What happens if they don't pay you the money? Then the items are offered for sale in my shop. As you can see on my shelves behind me. So you never sell items before 2 months have passed then? That's right, ma'am. That's right. Which means considerable responsibility rests on my shoulders. Should a customer's precious belongings be lost? The only recompense is for me to end it all. The very idea, Mr. Winbank, is an absurdity. Yeah, once you kill yourself, you're not going back. One should never talk of one's demise so casually. Say the man who was telling us it was a good day to die only this morning. Oh, right. And let's not forget that I have already helped you with measures to ensure that your tragedy never occurs. What sort of measures? I engineered a simple device which Mr. Winbank has installed here in this shop. I call it the red-handed recorder. Is it not so, Mr. Winbank? What's that deep sigh about? What on earth is the red-hand recorder? Use your eyes, my dear fellow. There are two below the ceiling. I can see what appears to be a camera attached to some sort of timing device. Very astute. It's indeed a camera, furnished with some 100 pieces of colored film. And every 30 minutes precisely, the camera automatically records the appearance of the shop. Here, I have an example I can show you. I remember back in them good old days when they didn't have recording cameras. I developed a special type of film so sensitive, it reports the crystal clear image even in the darkness. And it's even chromatic. You can clearly see the counter and the door behind it. You can even see a dog! So you see, were someone to enter the premise with the little tent, his identity would be summarily exposed. But, did you not say that the photograph prints were only taken every third in intervals? Indeed, as you say, my dear madam. Then what if the incident were to occur in between times? One could only say, that would be a cruel twist of fate! And a likely one at that! I must confess, your device has been giving me some cause of distress for of late. I beg your pardon, Mr. Winbank. Surely they are anything but distressing. Best drag in the world. It's the cost of the film, sir. Your most gracious place, not one, but 2 cameras in my shop after all. Which means I must pay for nigh 100 utterly useless prints every single day. I'm afraid the cost of the film would break me before I'm very much older. Nevertheless, a small price to pay to ensure the safety of my preferred pawnbrokery, no? My dear fellows, we have a version of an inn where safety and security come at a price. Oh, heaven help us! Now then, Mr. Sholmes, allow me to return your precious violin. Ah, the very thing. Thank you, Winbank. Perhaps this might mark the end of the peculiar items you try to pop, Because if anything were to happen to one of them, this would be the only answer. I really think you ought to stop waving that gun around. Someone could get hurt. Fear not. Sorry, I've only lodged a single bullet, so no one but myself could possibly be harmed. That's not really what I meant. Maybe should you Russian roulette then? Good day to you then, Mr. Winbank. It's been a pleasure as always, Mr. Sholmes. So, Mr. Naruhodo, we can explore at last. Look at that enormous ledger on the opening counter there. Mr. Winbank is, if nothing else, very particular about recording items with the accepts. It'd have to be, otherwise he'd get himself into all sorts of trouble. Which might explain the thing that catches my eye far away from the ledger. This revolver here. Spin it! Do not entertain even with a single thought of pilfering an article herein, my dear fellow. Huh? I assure you, Winbank would not hesitate to withdraw that weapon with the speed of bellowing his portly size. Oh, you don't mean he'd blow his brains out? Indeed. In recompensance for his blunder. Oh my. But in any case, of course we'd never do such a thing. How would you even suggest it? If you're gonna blow your brains out, at least just some Russian roulette so you actually have a 1/6 chance. There seems to be a little door hidden behind that curtain here. Leads to the storage room. Which one of my keeps is... Yeah... Ah, I see. There's nothing of particular interest inside. I certainly wouldn't recommend any larcenous activities. Recommend or not, it's something to tend to do. But one key. Okay. Therefore he sleeps. He places into a small pocket which he slides under his pillow. How on earth did you know about the Mr. Sholmes? I'm a detective, sir. It is my business to know what others do not. So if he's dead, we can go in there. But if I'm frequently assailated by... Yeah, okay. Mr. Sholmes, you are a wonder. And the prime suspect of this pawnbrokery is ever burrowed. Look at this. What could this lovely, big, shiny box be? That, my dear madam, is a music box. Yes, you know what a music box is. I've certainly never seen one large before. Shall we listen a little? Ah, what a sublime sound. That's the music of angels. It's particularly a specimen that's of a large variety. Commonly found in public houses and restraints. It's a melodic in sky which notes to be played and recorded. My goodness. Imagine all the technologies these 200 years from now people will take for granted. Science and technology advances at such an overwhelming pace. An assortment of things are here on this shelves here. Crockery, footwear, yada yada yada. Almost anything you care to imagine. These are forfeited items, offered by sale by the pawnbroker. When you pawn or colloquially pop an item, broker learns you money and gets the worth. He is free to display it on top for sale, at a price of its choosing. Oh yes, now I've explained it. I'm noticing low price tags on everywhere. So may the pawn that the black garb of yours without fear, my dear fellow. A Treasure's University reform? Never. It embodies by its student spirit. Look at this. Whatever could it be used for? I have no idea. Oh, that got me. There's a small catch just here, look. We're going to open it, aren't we? Oh my, that's amazing! It has some sort of sprinkler mechanism, which we'll never manage to put it back the way it was before. What are you two doing? What? Us? Where? Nothing at all! Nothing sus! It's a pair of... It seems to have a pair of little windows looking through. It is though I've seen something rather similar to this before. It's probably another machine. Now what do you suppose this is rather enormous machine does? It seems to be it seems sus. Allow me to enlighten you, what I'm looking at is a stereoscope. Fascinating. The stereotypes for stereotypes! No, just kidding, it's not. I need to stop being stereotypical before I get banned from college. Before you do, there is something I should point out. My dear fellows, in order to see the image properly, stereotypically if it were, you will need to be cross-eyed. However, if that is beyond you, it is of little consequence today. Alright then, I'm going to try it. Ah! It's Naruto! You must see, at once. Oh, alright then. So I need to be cross-eyed, like I'm trying to look at my own nose. What the? I don't believe it. just a photographic print, but it seemed like you could reach out and touch it. That's the sense of the depth it's darling, is it not? Stereoscopes are one of London's many fads. They're often found in little stalls in the park. People queue for hours to see them. Why? Why are all people meddling with such black magic? It's no magic, my dear madam. It is, well... It's magic. It's far too complicated to explain at present. Well, I'll save this lesson for another day. Oh. Let's go to the door! I'm bored. Have you not seen this sign before? No, never. 3 golden balls are Great Britain, at least the universal sign of a pawnbrokery! I see. Oh, I did not imagine your ignorance was so profound. Oh, well, what is the significance of the 3 golden balls then? Is that some special meaning? Does it mean any balls? I need to stop it. Any more evidence? Oh yeah, let's look at the time. The date. That's not a calendar you easily miss, is it? Yes, that's not for sale, I must point out. It's Nietzsche's style page-a-day calendar. Every night at midnight, I tear off the front page to reveal the following day's date. The perfect calendar for a tearaway fellow such as yourself, Mr. Windibank. And who is it who walked out of here with the wrong violin before? Well, when I agreed to store with possibly payment, articles are forfeit, you see. So I have to keep a close eye on the date. It's something a pawnbroker's obsession, you might say. If you don't, it's Russian roulette for you. All my tuppence for it? That ain't fair, you know it. I don't know it's barely worth a penny, miss. Can't offer more. What just happened? Sounds like there's an argument brewing over by the counter. Come on, that can't be right. Or even had a proper butcher for it? I said all I need is the young girl. Wait, don't we know? I'm sure I recognize her. Oh yes, it's the young lady from Mr. McGillicuddy's trial 2 months ago. Her name is Gina Lestrade, my lord. She's a chancer, earns a crest among large crowds, relying on her people of the purses. What's commonly called a pickpocket. My God, Benedict! You lot! She's got the gun out again! It's just, hello, Miss Lestrade, hope you've been well. Yeah! It took her like 5 seconds to charge that thing! Hey, what? You remember me then, do ya? Well, I remember being completely surrounded by smoke, that's for sure. So, what are you doing here? Down off. Like the rest of us, nothing to eat. Come and pop out the black weasel, sorry, coach. Oh yeah? What is this about? Black uniform makes the... Oh, comment on it. Oh, good day. Unless I'm much mistaken. You wouldn't be the young pickpocket who stole our experimental smoke grenade launcher? Ah, Mr. Sholmes! So, you have something of value to pawn, do you? Allow me to see the article, and I shall negotiate with Mr. Windibank on your behalf. But tell the other one. I know enough from some stuck-up D. Get my business. Go on. I'll make trouble for ya. As you wish, Miss Lestrade. I will happily remove myself from your presence. He's really done it. He's gone. Yep. He left. I'm sorry, but as I said, there really is no room for negotiation here. What is that thing he has in his hand? Some kind of metal disc? And you, go on, leave me alone. Oh, Miss Lestrade, just pretend we aren't here. We shan't be offended the slightest. I really think she can't. Whatever. don't believe this is time for browsing, Mr. Naruto. Can we leave? Actually, I want to know, can we leave? And let's head back to 221B Baker Street. Baker Street, that's what I meant to say. And where's Herlock Sholmes? Okay, even Iris is gone. Okay, they legit aren't here. Alright, back to the pawn shop. Alright, how do you think of my armband? Would you like to have a look at... that's strange. Where's my armband gone? What's the problem? Something wrong? Don't suppose. You're looking for this? Yes, but how? And when? How again? I got time for it, haven't I? Didn't. That's a bore on the black magic. And it makes what I was about to say about my armband seem a little dull. So, what you wanted to tell me about it then? Okay, that was actually impressive. She also had that uwu face. Somehow, I didn't really think you were the sort of person who'd use a pawnbroker, Mr. Strad. Well, she is a picker. Well, I am. Alright, I'm a Londoner, just like everyone else. That's the problem, isn't it? No, no, not at all. It's just that, well... Don't get it. I know what you're thinking. That thing's probably don't even go on there. Probably got a dive, didn't she? Yeah, I can't see it run over the Chevy Chase. Well, I might have been thinking something along those lines. You're gonna deny it, Mr. Naruto. Alright then, I'm just going to come out and ask you straight. Do you pawn things that you steal from other people? Of course she does! Don't be obvious! Yeah, she clearly does. Yeah, can we not ask such obvious questions? I couldn't deny it either, Mr. Strada. I ain't gonna alright, okay? This belongs to me. Perhaps we should see what he has to say all about this. Ah, we got some evidence! No, we don't got some evidence! Well, I guess we just talked to the man himself. Mr. Winterbank, what exactly is this metal disc that Mrs. Shot has brought in? It has hundreds of tiny little bumps on its surface. Ah, this is a music disc, you see. For use inside a music box. A music box? What? You don't even know what a music box is? You each and I ain't too savvy yet. I know what a music box is. I've just never seen one of these discs before. Small portions of metal disc are encode the tune played on the music box. You simply insert the disc and set the machine going, and beautiful music plays. So incredible, tell us, what tune is the disc? Well, I'm afraid I couldn't tell you that. There are too many different types of music boxes, you see. British made, German, Swiss. I have no way of knowing which particular machine this disc is made for. Oh, I see. That's all in a nutshell. We wouldn't have any customers for an item like this, even if the young lady forfeited it. I'm already offering more than I should at a penny. That's a packet of lies. He told me, he did. He said it was, well... He? Who? Yeah, never mind. It's easy right, that's all. That disc worth good money. I know it is. Let me just look for one thing. Shilling. S-H-I-L-L-I-N-G-S. 2 pennies. Yeah. 1 shilling is divided into 12 pennies. I think... Yeah, the penny might be the lowest on the currency system. I'll have to try looking at another pawnbrokers, won't you? Ugh. That's basically just giving something for free. I don't blame him for being pissed off. I'm sure the music box is worth at least $1. Or a guinea. And some dubious article with her. So yeah, a guinea is now, like, if I recall... I need to get my phone out again. Some juice about this disc brought her up again. Yeah. Well, if only it were that simple. Sorry? What do you mean? What she actually brought in was a storage ticket. A storage ticket. So, that's not a music disc at all. Mr. Lestrade has actually come to redeem an article from today. Is that right? Yeah, that's right. A girl like me has a lot of stuff what needs storing. Right. 12 pennies and a shilling. And then 21 shillings in a guinea. Do the math 21 times. 12, jeez. I ain't gonna frick this up. Alright, a guinea's 254 pennies. Tell me that. I was obliged to return the article to her. What article? Do tell us, Mr. Winterbank. The little escape is wearing it, ma'am. It's an overcoat that she redeemed. Oh, what's wrong with that? Won't fit, don't it? I mean, it's mine, of course, so it does. Okay, now I just want to know the current... I can do this later, okay? We've got a video to wrap up. What about this disc comes all this? The disc is something else. A new article to pawn. If the girl and I can agree to a price, you better not swindle her, or you will blow out your brains. I'm confused. I thought you said that Miss Lestrade brought in some storage ticket today. I'm really quite simple. If the child brought me a storage ticket, the money I own on it, you say? For this heavy coat, which you returned to her care, as I understood it? That's right, yes. And rather unsurprisingly, I stood on the rather ragamuffin, put things on. She went riffling through the pockets. Oh, you mean... What? Don't you know it's rude to stare at a lady? I see. So it came from the pocket of your overcoat, didn't it? If you mean this disc, then yes, exactly, ma'am. Quite a high price as well. It's all rather sus, I say. Give it up. I tried to pawn something like that would. Mr. Lestrade, can I ask you who deposited this overcoat here in the first place? Me, old man. It's me, old man, ain't it? Is it Miss Lestrade? Yes, this is definitely all rather suspicious. Yeah, something sketch here. Out of my way, please. New person. Who's this picture postcard English gentleman? Good day to you, ladies, gentlemen. What's your problem, eh? There is no problem. Just as long as you remove yourself. I have a matter to discuss with the proprietor. And if you intend to make a problem of it, I shall see you outside, little girl, and your for the honey you deserve. Look, ain't it obvious? I ain't done talking with him yet. If you think you're such a gent, you should know what to wait in line. Well, you are an impudent little brat, aren't you? As well as a pickpocket? Who are you? Who do you know who I am? The question is, how do you not know who I am? You haven't the courtesy to remember the faces of your victims, it seems. What? You mean from you? Broker? Yes, sir? I believe this filthy pickpocket thief have redeemed an article from you, no? Yes, the article in question belongs to me. I demand for it to be returned at once. Oh my. Nah, that's a lie. What are you trying to pull? Give me back my overcoat, you wastrel. And needless to say... and a music box disc too. No, you can't have it! You just can't! Maybe it's my old man's, or it was. Now it's mine. Goodness, Mr. Naruto. This is a very awkward situation. Yes. I think perhaps we should hear both sides of the story in a little more detail. You know what? I think this also might be a good pausing point. I want to thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.